of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence for our servicemen and women, first responders and veterans, particularly those who have paid the ultimate price, as well as our healthcare workers who tirelessly work to save lives every day. Thank you. Please be seated. Before we start the meeting, I just want to mention that our town clerk has been excused, Susan Henshaw, and Carla, her deputy, is here filling in for her. And our attorney, Keith O'Toole, is excused this evening as well. Under open forum, is there anyone here who has comments or questions? Nothing from you? You guys just here to watch? Great, welcome. Okay. Oh, there's an agenda. Did you happen to pick it up? It's right there on the corner. You can follow along if you like. Sure. Okay. Under new business, resolution number 1. Whereas the town wishes to retain the services of a professional insurance broker to act as agent of the town to negotiate health insurance coverages with Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield, whereas Haler, Fryer, and Kuhn, Inc. has offered to provide such services to the town. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Clarkson approves and authorizes the supervisor to sign the letter to Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield authorizing said company as the town's sole insurance representative with Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield. Appointment to continue until terminated by the town in writing, delivered to Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield. May I have a motion?
So moved. I'll second it.
Okay. For discussion, I mentioned this to town board already, but I'll mention just for us. Insurance is always health insurance is always a big deal at the town and anywhere, right? So our town is too small to be part of a consortium. New York State offers consortiums, but you have to have more than 100 employees, 100 municipal employees. We don't even come close. There are a lot of towns in our county that do not have, across the state, but even in our county that don't have 100 employees. So we have to be private, it's private pay, or however you want to call it. And we've had some issues, and we've come up with, we interviewed Bob, my assistant, Tammy and I interviewed 3 different brokers. One was our current broker that we've had for a couple of years, and 2 others, and we narrowed it down to one that we thought would be the best offering and best with our employees. So that's the choice that we've made. The town of Parma uses the same company, and they can't speak highly enough of them. So that's why we made that choice. So they just need this letter in order to authorize for him to put the packet together, and then he'll come back and introduce it to our employees. So that's where we sit right now. Are there any questions from you guys? Nothing? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay. Number 2 is for the new assessor. Tammy Baker has announced her retirement from the position of town assessor effective July 31st and delivered her letter of resignation to the town clerk, creating a vacancy in the shared assessor position serving the towns of Clarkson and Sweden. And whereas the town board of the town of Clarkson wishes to thank Tammy Baker for her dedicated service and commitment to both communities and extend their best wishes on her retirement. And whereas the town board has determined that it is in the best interest to appoint a qualified individual to fill the vacancy and continue providing professional assessment services, whereas Robin Anderson possesses the qualifications, experience, and professional expertise necessary to serve as the shared town assessor for the towns of Clarkson and Sweden, whereas the appointment is subject to approval by New York State Department of Taxation and Finance, which we all know, as we discussed earlier, we just received that today in the mail. Now therefore be it resolved, the Town Board, Town of Clarkson hereby appoints Robin Anderson as Town Assessor effective August 11th and upon approval of the New York State Department of Taxation and Finance, whichever occurs later, to complete the unexpired term of Tammy Baker, which expires on September 30th, 2031. That the town's share in the annual salary for the position shall be $28,800. That the position shall be full-time, consisting of 35 hours per week, Monday through Friday, and that the appointee shall be eligible for the employee benefits provided to full-time employees of the town of Sweden in accordance with the town's employee handbook and applicable policies. That the town supervisor and any other appropriate officials are hereby authorized to execute all documents and take all actions necessary to carry out the intent of this resolution. That this resolution shall take effect immediately. May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, for discussion, as for those of you who may not have heard it, a search went out a few months ago all over the place looking for an assessor. And when you put it on Indeed, you get all kinds of interesting, they're line cooks, but they want to be an assessor. So it's taken a little bit of time to sort out and find someone who is capable. And I'm glad we've waited the time and found her, and that she put in her application. I forgot what the background, what else I was going to say here. The town of Clarkson and the town of Sweden share an assessor, right? Are you Clarkson residents? Okay, so you may or may not be, you may already be familiar with that. We don't have an assessor here in our office. If you need to see the assessor, you have to make a phone call or go up the street to State Street. But it's worked out nicely, even though it's been a shared service. The salary that she will receive is $80,000. That was the agreed upon salary. We only pay $28,800 of it, and the difference is paid by Sweden. The difference being because of the size of their and the number of properties. It's a mathematical adjustment based on the number of properties that are in Sweden versus Clarkson. They're that much bigger than we are, so that's the ratio. They also provide us with on an annual basis, the cost of the portion of the health insurance and to run the office, and all of those things are split out, and those are agreed upon on an annual basis. Those are the expenses that we talk about at budget time. So we share the expenses, and yet it's still deemed, she still falls under being a town of Sweden employee, which is why she, has to do with the handbook. She's a town of Sweden employee. We share her, and they pick up the brunt of the salary expense. So that's kind of the big picture. Do you have any questions about that? I know it's kind of broad, but
Nope.
Okay. Any other comments? Nothing? I'm glad we have her.
Yes.
So we'll see what time will tell. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay. Appointment to appoint board member to Town of Clarkson Historic Preservation Commission. Dan Mayer was here earlier and interviewed with us as well. Whereas Daniel, not Dan Mayer, Benjamin Redding, I'm sorry. Whereas Daniel Mayer was serving as a member of the Town of Clarkson Historic Preservation Commission and has delivered his letter of resignation dated June 11th, 2026 to the town clerk. And whereas said resignation created a vacancy on the Town of Clarkson Historic Preservation Commission, and the town board wishes to make an appointment to fill said vacancy and complete the balance of said term of office. Now therefore be it resolved as follows: Benjamin Reddy, 99 Sherwood Drive, is appointed to serve as member of the Town of Clarkson Historic Preservation Commission for a term effective August 11th and ending December 31st, 2028. May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay. Any other comments on that? I think, as I said, we interviewed him a little bit ago. He's, based on what he does for a living, in his resume, he's extremely well suited to the position. So we're happy to have him on board. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, establishing the number of hours that constitute a standard workday for retirement purposes. Whereas the town board is required to establish the number of hours that constitute a standard workday for retirement purposes. Now therefore be resolved that a .28 workday be established as a standard workday for retirement purposes for the following positions. Conservation Board Member Kelly Smith. This resolution shall take effect immediately. May I have a motion for this?
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
I'll second it.
All right. This is a little unusual. The town clerk put this together because New York State Retirement contacted her and said that they require this for Kelly Smith. She is one of our support board members, but she's in the retirement system. Most support board members, they get paid well, they all get paid a stipend, but it's not a whole lot of money. So, but she was in the system, so when she joined our board, she decided she wanted to continue to whatever she gets paid as her stipend to be part of the New York system, so they needed this. And a .28 workday is kind of like walking in the door and walking out. It's so minimal, but that's what they need from us. So we're doing it. I just wanted to explain that because it seems a little obscure. So, but we will follow through on their requirements. So, any questions? Because I don't have the answers.
I just told Karen that I want that workday.
You want that? .28? Okay. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay. Okay, selection of the qualified design professional for Hefner Park. The Town of Clarkson seeks to procure proposals for qualified engineers, landscape architects, and other licensed design professional service providers. The services associated with a plan to enhance, upgrade, and improve the recreational facilities at Hefner Park, the project. Whereas the Town of Clarkson has identified a source of grant funding under the Environmental Protection Fund, grant number 259186, received from New York State OPRHP, which requires such services for the project. The Town of Clarkson issued a request for qualifications to identify a licensed design professional firm that is qualified to provide the services for the project. And upon a review of the submissions received and upon the application of the selection criteria in the RFQ, the town has identified a qualified licensed design professional firm for the project. Now therefore be it resolved as follows, that upon a review of the submissions received in response to its request for qualifications, the town board of the Town of Clarkson finds that MRB Group is the most qualified firm to provide engineering and other design professional services associated with the plan to enhance, upgrade, and improve the recreational facilities at Hefner Park. And that the town clerk is ordered to notify MRB Group of the adoption of this resolution no later than August 12, 2026. May I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay. For discussion and background, again, the second paragraph says that we've identified a source of grant funding. We received the grant. We have a grant for $660,000 to do half of our intended project at Hefner Park. The design is in the back. MRB created that design for us, the concept plan. If you're not familiar with it, it's back there. It's we have great plans. This grant is to cover a portion of that or half of that, and the other half we are working on being able to have it funded and completed by working through that ourselves, in lieu of applying for another grant at this time. So in order to move this New York State grant along, we had to pick an engineering firm. We have to put out solicitations to firms, which is that request for qualifications, and we received five proposals. They were all impressive, but at the end of the day, MRB is the one who created that design criteria for us. We appoint them annually as being the engineers for the town, and it only made sense to continue to follow through. We have an excellent working relationship with them, so that is our choice. So thank you for supporting that idea. Okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, budget amendment, authorize a budget amendment on transfer of funds. The town board is authorized to transfer funds and make supplemental appropriations where appropriate to amend the fiscal year budget for 2025. And whereas upon analysis of the town's account and upon consultation and advice of its financial consultants, the town board of the town of Clarkson is considering adoption of a mid-year budget amendment and such appropriations and transfer of funds is described on attachment and incorporated herein. That the town, therefore be resolved that the town board authorizes the budget amendment and such appropriations and transfer of funds, all as identified on attachment and incorporated herein, that this resolution shall take effect immediately. Before we do motion on this, we're not amending are we amending the budget? Would you call it an amendment? It's line transfers, right? We're not changing the budget,
We're not.
right?
Moving
We're
it
just
from one fund
moving,
to the other.
right? It's line transfers. Our attorney provided this late in the day today, and I didn't honestly read it until just now, but I think we can amend it. We're not, I don't like the term amending the fiscal year budget. Am I reading into it? Is it still,
Well,
are line transfers still mid-year budget? I suppose they are.
They are, right? 'Cause
They
we're-
are,
we're
'cause-
making a change, right? So we're going from our initial budget, these lines have these funds.
Right, so we spent too
associated.
much money in this line, so we have to borrow from this line to cover that line, right?
Right.
And it's all within the same fund,
Correct,
so, okay,
yeah,
then it's still appropriate.
I think we're good.
Okay, all right, then we'll leave it, that's fine, I just needed to think that through. Okay, may I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Oh, second.
Okay, are there any questions on it? You guys have looked at it, I know some of it for you guys may be a little Greek to you, because you haven't seen the actual budget, but we've gone over it, and Tammy and I, first our financial people gave it to us, and then we said, yeah, I'm not so sure, right? So we made some corrections, and then we went back. A couple of them is the funds coming out of Bob's account for highway, but he's approved those. So if you just want to, on that AA, the transfer to, I can explain to you what those things are, or we can just let it be and we could talk about it another time. We can talk about it at the time that we do the budget. We have our budget meeting on Monday, so, okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense, okay. All right, if no other questions, then all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries, thank you, okay. And the last one is acknowledge receipt of supervisor's July 2026 report. We're there, right? Okay. May I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. Oops, I'm sorry.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Okay, that's that. For my report, I don't have anything written, Carla, but it's easy.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know that earlier this month, we received a notice from the GM. Let me back up the truck. Earlier this year, we applied for a grant called the GM on Main Grant Program for road safety and traffic calming initiatives. And we applied for, what do you call them, Bob? They're road signs that tell you, when you're driving through the village, speed signs, right? That go blink, blink, blink. You're going 38 and a 35, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's what we were going to do. So, and we applied for 4 or 6, and we were going to put some on Lake Road and on Ridge Road, and they were going to be movable. We could move them to neighborhoods. It all sounds like a nice idea, but we did not get it. So we got a notice telling us all the towns that did get it. They had $60,000. It awarded $60,000 to 5 nonprofit organizations and municipal governments located in counties near GM facilities. I guess we weren't close enough. We have a GM facility on Mount Reed Boulevard. right?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I guess we're too far removed. Anyway, this year's grant recipients included the city of San Luis, Arizona, the city of Montclair, California, Buffalo, New York, the city of Toledo, Ohio, the village of Ortontown, Ortonville, Michigan. So Buffalo is the closest. But anyway, it was kind of a shot in the dark, but it would have been kind of cool if we had gotten it, but we did not. So that's, yeah. I don't like being disappointed, but every now and then. Okay, and then we received notification from Monroe County, the Department of Planning and Development, that they have this annual, or they put out a new, they have a program, the Monroe County Home Improvement Program. We'll have pamphlets out here, and the applications be in the entryway. That utilizes funds from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. And each year through these funds, they're able to assist income-eligible homeowners to repair and revitalize their homes. After 35 years, Monroe County has provided assistance to income-eligible homeowners throughout the suburban towns and villages in Monroe County. That these projects allow property owners the ability to maintain the value of the property and help stabilize the community. Improvements have included ADA modifications that have allowed homeowners to remain in their home, structural repairs, major systems updates, to something as simple as a roof replacement. That doesn't sound simple, but everyone needs a roof. Effective August 1st, the properties assessed at or below $313,500 may qualify for a grant of up to $20,000. Additionally, Monroe County is adjusting the affordability and lien period for the home improvement program to 5 years for all projects. So, I think this is a great, and it's a great assistance for residents if for those who need it. So that will be up front. The only other thing I have is that we just, as you may or may not know, we have the new Kimball Park multi-golf course out at Kimball Park. Our sign is going to be installed on Thursday underneath to show that we now have a multi-golf course. Do you play? No, me neither. A lot of people do, apparently. So we've planted up towards, 40 trees? 40 trees, hardwoods throughout. And a few years ago, we had a tree program for dedications. Martha's participated in that. And a lot of those trees do have plaques, but we decided to bring it back and offer it up for these new trees. So there's a new form. And the program is, if you'd like to walk the course and pick a tree, most of the trees are maples or pears. We hope to plant some oak. They weren't available just yet, but if an oak is something that you specifically want, I'm sure we can find one to plant. Bob. Highways planted them all. They planted all the trees. It's amazing. They've done a great job of maintaining the course. So if you know someone who wants to participate, they would come in, take an application. Dedication is, in memory of, in honor of. You fill out the form. We'll give you a little tag, big word, I couldn't think of it. Tag, you go out, pick your tree, put your name, or we'll put your name on it before you leave here. Go pick the tree that you want us to build the plaque for or create the plaque for. We take your information, we'll make the plaque, we'll let you know when it's ready and put it in the ground for you. So then the cost is $100, which is, and how old are the trees?
About 3 years.
Okay, so they're not too new, but new enough. So, yeah, we're happy to get this ready to go. And that's all I have. I think this is exciting. We'll see what happens. Lots of trees to choose from. It depends on if you have a particular, it's on a course, right? All the holes are numbered. There's 18. You want something near hole 18 because it's or hole number 7 because it's your favorite number. Anything you want. Or we can, and actually, if you don't want to walk the course, you want us to just to pick a tree, that option is here as well. So we have someone available, Sharon, who's offered to walk the course with you if you like. to pick a tree. So we're at the beginning stages, you know, we'll see what happens. So, okay, that's all I have. Does town board have anything to report?
Just looking forward to Friday.
Oh, yes, please. Someone else can take that lead. Go ahead, talk about Friday.
Yeah, so Friday, good Neighbor Days right here at the park. Hope you join us. We've got Sky Coasters coming to play. There's car show, food trucks, food, town equipment, a sand pile. You bring your sand pile and shovel and knock yourself out. You're doing fishing this year or no? No derby.
Ahead of that, this is all kind of coming into play just in the last 2 days, but Assemblyman Steve Hawley will be here that night. He'll give a proclamation to Monroe County for the 250th year. So our neighboring towns have been invited. Jackie Smith invited, it was our legislator. She invited whoever's in her district or in Steve Hawley's district to come for this proclamation. But ahead of that, and that's going to be at 6:45. Ahead of that, we will have a little presentation by the Sons of the Revolution, and just to introduce what they do. And they hope to have some. The one gentleman will be dressed in his gear, the revolutionary, garb, and hopes to have. He's contacting 3 or as many guys as he can get together to come dressed and maybe bring their muskets. So if they have the muskets, then they'll do a little whatever the muskets do, and we'll do that under the flag. Okay, because we'll have a very large flag. Is that over by the vendors? The flag nearby?
It's on the other side by the pavilion.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just have to figure it out. I couldn't picture where the flag was. So,
Another open pavilion.
and then we'll have a DJ. So it's all kind of a work in progress still, but we're gonna pretend like we've got it all together that night.
We do.
So, and we do. Yes, we will. It'll be good. These are just the last minute things, and it's kind of good that we're having this because it is our 250th anniversary or our, celebration. So, all right. Anything else about Friday night? Weather's going to be great. Fireworks. Bring your lawn chairs. We'll have picnic tables throughout the area, right? For families to sit and So. No,
No,
Sky Coasters this year. Sky Coasters.
Change things up.
Since 1969.
Really?
That's what it's.
Okay.
They've been around since 1969.
Oh, the Sky Coasters have been around since 1969. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're excited to be here. It's
that'd be a nice change.
yeah, it'll be good. Okay, anything else from town board? Okay, we have, just a reminder, we have our budget meeting Monday night at 5:30. And town clerk, Carla, do you have anything?
Nope, town clerk's
All
office
set?
is all set.
Okay. Building department, I do not have a report.
Okay.
Attorney O'Toole is not here, and highway superintendent, you're all set? Okay. Thanks for the stairs.
Yes.
Stairs are done.
Stairs.
Yes, whoever worked on them, they did a great job.
Didn't they?
Yeah, they look so nice.
Kudos.
I told them when I came in, I'm not sure if you've seen Money Pit with Tom Hanks and
Yeah.
Louis comes at the end of the house and they built a staircase. He runs up and down on the side.
Be good for exercise. It's,
Got a camera there, right?
The
Is there a camera there?
little things.
Yeah, to rewind
Send that
that.
clip to everybody?
Right.
yeah, so we're happy to have the stairs back. So thank you again. They did a great job. It's our highway at work. Okay, the minutes from the July 28th meeting. I have a motion.
So move.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. And the audit is $80,954.42.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
So move.
You don't count. All in favor?